Now, going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Academy Sports having a gun safe recall because they failed to do the one thing they're supposed to do. Now, this comes to us thanks to the United States Consumer Safety Commission, which they say, quote, Academy Sports and Outdoors recalls Redfield 12 and 18 gun fireproof safe due to serious injury, hazard, and risk of death. Now, here you can see one of the rudimentary design safes. It looks about one level above a Walmart safe, which, again, I don't give financial advice on the show, but depending on the value of your firearms and if you have multiple people in your house, you have kids. I mean, well, actually, no. A good rule of thumb in life: if you need to protect something with a safe, you usually don't want to cheap out on the safe. That's kind of rule one, I would say. Now, here you can see. Let's see. Yeah, it looks pretty small. It's got got one like little here we call it's not the classic dial that you use to open it. It's the dial pad where it has like the plastic numbers that you poke on down. And they say, quote, the issue is the mechanical internal locking plates can fail to align and allow unauthorized users to open the gun safe, posing serious injury, hazard, and risk of death. Well, I would also add something like, and you might lose all your stuff. Because again, the one thing a safe is supposed to do is lock. Even the crappy Liberty safes, which they had a back door for the FBI, even those locked for some people. They would open them for the FBI without a warrant because they're so spineless and leftist. But yeah, even those would lock if like a bad guy were to enter your home. The lock would work. Not well because the FBI could open it, but it would work in general. In this case, it doesn't do the one thing it's supposed to do. It doesn't actually lock. And again, you also have issues where kids can get, you have things where kids might be playing around with the safe, they can get stuck inadvertently, and then there's a lot of negative things that can happen from this. And it looks like it affects about 6,000. Yeah, about 6,100 of these units were sold. And yeah, it looks like the model numbers are, which again, it looks like it's serial numbers. The rest of it are blurred out, but the serial numbers affected. If you want to turn over your safe or tip that over for a second, the 12 gun safe is serial numbers start with G02B and G03B. Again, it's G02B and G03B for the 12 gun safe. Then you'll have the log serial number after that that's unique to your safe. Then the 18th gun safe is G10A, G11A, G12A, G01B, G02B, G03B, which almost sounds like playing a sad game of bingo. Was your safe screwed? Is it broken? Now, they claim that the stores that sold this were the Academy stores as well as their online e-commerce, academy.com, sold between February 2024 through August of 2024 between $350 and $600, which, I mean, in life, that is a lot of money, don't get me wrong. In terms of the safe, though, I mean, personally, I invest more in that, but yeah, that's a pretty aggressively low price point for that type of safe, which, again, there's some good entry-level safes, but also in those cases, you want to be especially careful when you're reviewing and looking at the ones that you might invest in. Now, they say that customers should immediately stop using the safes and return them to Academy Sports, which, yeah, have fun. Again, I'm not sure if you're not aware of safes, they're usually pretty darn heavy. Because, again, you want to pretty much have them be, best safes usually immobile, impossible to break into. That's, again, this is usually just severity. It's not absolute. That'd be great if we actually have 100% lock, secure safe. Nothing's 100% secure, though. And, yeah, spoiler alert, they're pretty damn heavy. So you got to take all your, these are pretty small in terms of, like, the number of guns you can fit in it, so it's not like a burden to take the guns out. I mean, you talk about most Texas gun owners, they probably got 4x the capacity. I'm, like, partially exaggerating. But, yeah, have fun unloading your safe and hauling that into your truck down to the Academy. You got to pick up that heavy sucker and drive it all the way there in order to get a return or a refund. Or replacement, more accurately. Yeah. You can also call Academy's customer carrier range replacement. So, I mean, it would cost Academy Sports a lot of money to do this. But ideally, what Academy should do, I would argue for long-term, best for the customer, very similar to the Microsoft issue with the Xbox 360 recall back in the day for the Red Ring of Death. Academy should have a program in which they will actually come to you and pick up the safe free of charge. I'm not sure what the profit margins are for safes. That very well might viscerally erase any modicum of profit they would have ever made in the product. and it might make them negative. And again, this affects 6,100 units, so that adds up to aggregate. Again, in terms of doing the customer the right thing, and you're going to be especially paranoid to trust Academy Sports for a safe these days. Again, I would argue that that's not their core competency. They're more of a they have a fair amount of firearms, but it's more of an all-round sporting goods store that's firearm friendly, which is still the antithesis of stuff like Dick's Sporting Goods, which has basically no guns at all. But yeah, I would still argue on, do what's best for them. Now, they also know that the recall number, if you want to actually call them and don't want to read off your serial number, the recall number is 25-60. Again, 25-60. These are manufactured in Vietnam as well, which, again, a lot of people debate outside of the U.S. manufacturing, usually have a decrease in quality. In many cases, yes, but you also have to remember the iPhone is made in China, India, and a lot of people worship those things because from a manufacturing perspective, they're darn near flawless, or so they say. Also better be for over $1,000 for a phone, but yeah, definitely not good to have this type of recall. And again, the recall number, geez, can't believe they a safe that just doesn't lock properly. The recall number is 2560. And overall, I'd say Academy Sports is still a great, place. I've gone there from time to time throughout the years. So I like to try to support Texas-based companies as well. So that's another benefit to why I kind of like them. But yeah, having a safe that doesn't actually, that isn't really a safe. Now you have to return something that weighs Lord knows how many pounds. Yeah, I gotta say, Academy Sports, that safe recall, that's gotta be the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 4,000 subscribers by Christmas, so you can click that button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.